What's up, relatively speaking, fam? Back in your life this beautiful Wednesday.
Sun's out.
Yeah, I think I might have jinxed us wearing the shorts last week because I talked about what a beautiful day it was. First time on the pod, getting to wear shorts. And then from then
Rained
until
for 7
now,
days. Yeah.
it rained every second of every day.
Yeah.
And woke up to a beautiful surprise today of no
sure
rain,
did. Yeah.
which it was supposed to rain. So that was cool to see.
Cold though.
Yeah, it was
Real cold.
freaking freezing. I
Real
got in my
cold.
car and I think it was 35.
Yeah.
So, but at least you have the sun out. I'm not a big rain guy. I think that's been well established.
Yeah.
Not my friend.
Afraid of water.
No, definitely not afraid of water, but just don't like the rain. I remember, I think it was Dalia one time or something. He was like doing a rant about like how people talk about how they love the rain. He's like, oh, like you love the rain, like go just stand outside then. like nobody, everybody talks about how they love the rain. Like go just stand in it then.
Yeah.
Like, no, well, the reality is you got to sprint from it.
Right.
You got to get inside as quickly as possible.
Right.
It's a nightmare getting 3 kids in the car when you're just getting poured on. Your
What Sarah
car's
and I were
getting
talking
wet.
about yesterday
It's
is
like, oh,
we
can't
realized
go outside.
Right. We've lived here for almost 9 years and we don't have any proper winter weather clothing. Like we don't own a rain jacket.
You guys have nothing. No umbrellas.
Well, we have an umbrella now.
Yeah, one umbrella for
2
7
umbrellas.
people.
We have 2 umbrellas now. We have a big one and a little one. But I think yesterday was the first time I ever got it out.
Yeah.
Because I
Well,
had this epiphany walking out of the house. I don't own a rain jacket. The closest thing I own to a rain jacket is a 60-year-old windbreaker that I got from my grandpa,
yeah.
which is not waterproof.
I have like what I thought was a raincoat that Becca got me for like Christmas one year. And like
Yeah.
I've worn that in Costa Mesa and stuff because it like is a light drizzle.
No.
Quickly realized when I moved here, it's not waterproof.
Yeah, no.
But it was funny that you say talking about the umbrellas because, yeah, you're not going to catch me holding an umbrella.
No, it felt I
And,
felt a little bit sexually confused when I was
Yeah.
carrying the umbrella.
So I'm holding Charlie the other day and we're walking into the store or something and Sip has the umbrella holding George and Sunday's got a little umbrella and me and Charlie are just like walking in the rain and I look at him. I go, boys don't hold umbrellas, buddy. I go, we got to suffer through this. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, let the girls carry the umbrellas. We're going to be in the rain. All right,
Yeah.
buddy. He's like, okay. Just getting poured on. I'm like, yeah, no umbrellas for us, dude.
Dang.
Yeah, that ain't a thing. But yeah, the rain boots, the everything. But
I have the top half of my body is the problem. Like I always wear a hat, so that's fine. And
yeah,
but I don't have a rain jacket. And
yeah. Speaking of hats, we're big hat guys, and I see you busted out. You got out of the uniform.
I did get out of the uniform.
You had been going Green Seeger for
Green
a couple
Seeger.
weeks in a row.
Yeah, but
We
the
decided to
homie
switch it
Brent
up.
Van Auken hooked it up with his new, he's got a new hat company, Tapacho. Check him out. If you need
Nice.
hats.
That one's sick.
Yeah, this is a good one.
He's Brent's kind of a jack of all trades type of guy. Is he one of the first people you met up here?
yeah.
He's definitely one of the first people I met, like through you guys.
Yeah. When we moved, we moved up here in the summer of 17. And there were fires in Ventura that fall, like January. No, not January. Maybe it was September. Anyway, we had somehow gotten connected on Instagram. I'm not sure how,
Uh-huh.
but we met on Instagram probably through Sam Wiggenbach. That's
Okay.
Probably how we became, friends on Instagram. And then he posted something about when Ventura was on fire. I think that was the fall of 17 because they were living in Ventura at the time.
Oh, really?
And so he was like, we're moving back to Redding. So I had reached out and just been, hey, if you need help when you get here, I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
So I just reached out and I was like, hey, let's connect. And then Sarah was out of town for something. I don't know what, but he invited me to a birthday party at his house for his birthday. This was January. And I don't know where Sarah was.
For his birthday.
For his birthday, he
Dang.
messaged me, we exchanged numbers and he texted me. He's like, hey, we're having a thing at my house for my birthday if you want to come. And I was like, very uncomfortable because I don't like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
But,
so not you.
he was like, "Oh, you should come," and Sarah was like, "You should go. We don't know anybody, so you should go." And went, and it was great. And he's super chill, easy guy to hang out with.
We call
knows
him
everybody.
the mayor of Reading.
He is definitely
He's like a born and raised Red Dog.
Yeah,
and owns a bunch of properties up here that he Airbnbs and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's how
dude.
we got connected. My parents bought one of his houses.
Mhm. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
In 19, I
Mhm.
believe. And so now he's like kind of does like everything though. He's like, isn't he a good photographer?
He's a fantastic
and stuff
photographer.
like that?
Yeah.
And he's super into skating and
Any stuff a lot of the stuff you see for Visit Reading, Fall River, he did stuff
he
for
did
Fall
that
River
stuff.
for a
and then he
while.
does stuff for Feast. And
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyways, he has a couple of sick hats. I think he did the hat for Feast, right? That new one?
He did, yeah.
That new one that he did. That
Sorry,
one's
my
sick.
phone's going off because our favorite band in the world is going back on tour for the first time in like 20 years, and we're trying to get tickets. And pre-sale went on.
Well, it's not Death Cab.
Well, why are there? Well, so the thing is that Death Cab and this band Rilo Kiley, like their lead singer Jenny Lewis and the lead singer of Death Cab Benjamin Gibbard, have done a bunch of collaborations. Like Forever Postal Service is this chick Jenny Lewis from Rilo Kiley, and Ben Gibbard from Death Cab.
So what the heck?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So now Jeremy's in a panic because he's trying to buy tickets for Sarah's birthday for their show in Ojai.
They're saying it's bots. Robots went in and bought the tickets, and now they're scalping them. They're back up for $300, which is 3 times what they originally listed for. Anyway, moving on to something less depressing. That's why I have my phone today, guys. So.
Well, and also we were going to go over something.
Oh yeah, so
there.
we can do that since I have my phone. You had sent me something yesterday about Truett Haynes, what Truett Haynes eats in a day.
Yeah,
and
pretty crazy.
Well, yes, it is crazy, but it also just got me to thinking about, you see people post like what they eat in a day, and I'm just, first of all, how is it even possible to eat that much? And we'll read what this guy eats, because it's
well. So for those of you that don't know, Cameron Haynes is kind of a big, like, popular. He's a bow hunter, but he's always on Rogan. He's like an ultra runner. Like, this dude's like in his 50s and he's like in insane shape and super cool guy. He has a son that's he's like early 20s, and his son is carrying in his footsteps and just becoming a savage.
Right.
And he just last week set the world record again for most pull-ups in a 24-hour period. He did 10,001 pull-ups in
insane.
22 hours. His hands are all swollen, obviously like all blistered and bleeding, and that's even wearing hand wraps. So this dude's just nuts. But I was getting stuff like on my feed on Instagram about him like trying to set the world record, because I think he had set it at like 8,000 something, and then somebody set it at like 9, and so then he broke it at 10,001. Which is crazy, because I think like the first like known person to do this was Goggins, and he did like 4,000.
Right.
And so Truett's just like blown him out of the water, which is gnarly. And so then he posted, I think it was a story that I screenshotted, like a typical day of eating. And you got to look at his Instagram. He's like jacked out of his mind.
In his 30s?
No, he's probably
20s?
like early 20s. He's pretty young. But he's like lean. I think he's only like 165 pounds or something.
How tall is he?
Which is crazy. I think he's like 5'10".
Dang.
But he was like a lot bigger. I think he was closer to like 200, and then he got like lean. If he's
a runner too, right?
Yeah. He's run like marathons in jeans and stuff. It's just like so annoying. But if he is only in the 160s, based on the pictures you see, you would like his back is huge, and chest and like
so if you're doing 10,000 pull-ups, your regiment for doing pull-ups, you've got to be doing 1,000 pull-ups.
So he like posted today. He's like, I think he posted today like his workout or something, and like he did like a 6-mile run, and then I think it said like 1,000 pull-ups. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's like his like normal deal. But anyways,
Yeah.
getting into what he eats, it's like let's go over it. Read out what
Yeah.
it was because it's the amount of food. I don't know. I'm curious. We didn't get to really talk about it. So all right, sorry. This might be a noticeable edit in our production here, but Jay just secured the tickets he was looking for.
Whew.
So he was afraid of this happening, and sure enough,
It did.
it did. That he had to buy them live and on air.
Live and on air, but we did it. And
So tickets secured
tickets secured.
in May. Sarah's birthday present, even though her birthday's in March, but they're going to this in May, and that'll be fun. But we were talking prior to him buying them about
What
Truitt's,
Truitt Haynes eats in a day.
and so we didn't. I sent it to him, but we didn't really get to discuss it. So I want you to read the list. He said this is a typical day. He's in a calorie deficit here,
Right.
because he's trying to stay lean, going for the world record of pull-ups while also.
So this is
keeping
him in the
strong.
calorie deficit.
Yes.
Okay.
At the bottom, it showed, I think that he burned 4,000 calories that day, right? And he ate 3,200. Right? Isn't that what it's saying?
Pretty typical. Running the deficit to stay lean and light for world record. Lots of supplements, fruit and protein. That's crazy. That's 4,000.
Calories that he burned, right?
Yeah.
And then he ate 3,200 or something,
Right.
which read off the list. And the fact that this is only 3,200.
1 cup of coffee, 2 sourdough waffles, 4 eggs, Transparent Labs protein shake with creatine, Blokes pills. Don't know what that is.
No idea.
Ketone IQ shot, which I think those things are bullshit, but moving on. 5 ounces of ground venison and rice, a banana and apple, 5 ounces of ground venison and rice, Transparent Labs protein with decaf coffee, another cup of decaf coffee, another banana, another apple, dinner, mashed potatoes, 4 ounces of venison, 4 eggs, and 1 slice of sourdough bread, and then another shake, Transparent Labs protein shake, and Creature Sleep.
Yeah, some sleep
One,
thing.
was it 4 shakes? 3
Three
shakes.
shakes. 3 shakes. The 4 eggs at the beginning. There was
4 eggs
at
in the
end.
morning and 4 eggs at night with
Yeah.
mashed potatoes and venison.
So the amount of protein, I was surprised, is pretty low in terms of like 5 ounces and
Yeah.
4 ounces.
Yeah.
Seems pretty low. But doing 4 eggs, 2 sourdough waffles, and then the like 2 like venison and rice. It's like 2 of those for like in the time of like a lunch period, because you had breakfast and then you had those 2 separate.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the dinner with the 3 protein shakes.
Yeah.
I was just like, one, I was surprised at how much that is.
Yeah.
2, I was surprised that it's only 3,200 calories.
Well, venison's super lean, which is also where this kid is just, I'm going to just talk shit because I want to. It's just entitled, not entitled, but but privileged is probably a better word. His dad is he's become one of the most like famous hunters now. And he didn't start that way. His dad worked for the utility company in Oregon and
9 to 5.
had a 9 to 5 and just has been an avid hunter who somehow got connected with Rogan and Steve Ranella from Meat Eater and all those guys. But so this kid's been grown up on wild game, which is sick.
Yeah, for sure.
But nobody has enough venison in their fridge to have venison 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Like if
Except
you're
for
buying
him.
venison from the store,
Yeah.
but all that aside.
Plus, like we look at it so much differently, and especially Jeremy, like coming from a family of 7 people,
Right.
you like are thinking, if I'm having 8 eggs a day,
Right.
how many eggs are we going through type thing? This is just like,
We
hey,
opened
actually,
the fridge here at the office today and there's 3 things of eggs in the fridge because we're going through almost a carton of eggs a day now.
yeah. And I think he actually might be married, but he's just a young guy. And maybe it's just him and his wife.
And no hate. I don't mean to throw shade on the kid. Like,
No,
good
but
for
it's
you,
crazy
But it's also
'cause
just
He's definitely getting that protein powder. Like,
from
through being
Transparent
sponsored.
Labs.
Yeah, 100%. He's getting his supplements. He's getting those.
Yeah.
The IQ shot or whatever those are called.
Ketone IQ.
Ketone.
Tastes like ass.
He's getting that stuff.
Acetone IQ.
His dad hunts, and he probably hunts too. So
Yeah, he does.
whatever.
That's the other thing that annoys
So
the
he
shit out of me
gets-
about this guy is he's a very good bow hunter also.
Truitt.
Truett is he's a bow hunter
I would
also.
imagine.
So
I mean,
he's
getting
good
all
for him.
that.
He's doing hard shit. I mean, 10,000 pull-ups is no joke. So he's not just like, driving around in a Lamborghini and going clubbing on the weekend. But still, it's
he's
like
definitely not that.
I always because we texted about this and you were just saying how you would wanted to eat more like that, and I was like, the first thing I think about, which is the wrong mindset to have, admittedly, the first thing I think about is how expensive it would be to eat like that.
Yeah,
to have 3 protein shakes a day, even if you're buying shitty, bad for you protein.
Yeah,
it's
I mean, you're just going through so much.
Yeah.
I can't even remember how many servings usually is a big thing of protein.
30.
It is, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so then you're doing that in
Like
10 days instead of a month.
Right.
So you're buying 3 things of protein a month.
Yeah, that Transparent Labs protein one, it's like $60.
Yeah. So you're spending $180 a month on protein.
Just on protein.
Powder.
Not to mention supplements, which I'd have never even heard of Blokes pills before.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But
either way.
You think even the only supplements I take are Heart and Soil. I take the whole package, and those are $70 a month.
Yeah.
But that's like, I would rather take because I can't do everything.
Well, to me, like what I was kind of why it was just eye opening, because I've said to you, I feel like sometimes we're not eating enough, but like depending on when he was working out in the day, and he's probably doing multiple run and lift in the day, but to do like 2 sourdough pancakes or whatever and 4 eggs and a protein shake, and then just a few hours later do the banana, the rice, or the banana, the apple, the venison, the rice, another protein shake, do another one a couple hours later, do another, like that to me, like I'm all for trying to get in like 3 solid meals. But the shakes, the fruit in between, the amount, like it wasn't just 4 eggs. It was 2 freaking waffles too. It wasn't just venison and rice or mashed potatoes.
Did he post a picture of any of this stuff?
No.
I would love to see how big the waffles were.
It was just surprising to me. I'm like, dang, I can't believe that's that little calories.
Right. I think it goes to show. Yeah.
It's that much food.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
You know how they say there's people that are, and we won't get into a topic of like skinny versus fat, but there's people that say that they're skinny fat.
Yeah.
Where because they starve themselves, but then they eat. So their metabolism is shit. It doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah. Or you got that awkward
body
or because you don't have muscle, but you're not like skinny. You're just, you just got that awkward body.
Right. But it's interesting anytime that I've been consistent with eating enough, like trying to hit like 205 grams of protein, right? It's like a pound of whatever it is. A gram of protein per pound.
Per pound. Yeah.
I'm hungry as shit all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, wake up starving, eat breakfast,
that's because your metabolism's like doing what it should
shake,
be doing.
And it's like, damn. But it's finding the balance between what feels realistic. And again, it's a wrong mindset to have. Like, we're not in a point where you have to starve yourself because it's expensive to eat. That's not it. But it's also, slamming a hamburger patty and 3 eggs for breakfast, having a protein shake with raw milk and yogurt and berries in the afternoon, and then having a pound of ground beef just for me. Like, I'm not a little person. Yeah. So for me to hit a 205 grams of protein per day is no small, and obviously you can cheat it with, hard-boiled eggs is a good way to do it, like on a budget, or even just eggs.
Yeah, but dude, eggs are
fucking
and it's just expensive. So hard to get them, dude.
Yeah.
Can't get our pasture-raised eggs at Costco anymore.
I know.
And yeah, dude, we go through.
We're going tomorrow, but we'll see if they have them. But you guys go through a lot too, and your kids are little.
Yeah.
We have.
Well, Sip has 2 eggs every single day, no matter what. So then Sip has 2, Charlie, Sunday, each have 1. That's already 4. Yeah. I have at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
That's 7.
Right.
If Georgia has 1, that's 8 eggs a day.
Right. Yeah. Finn will have, all the kids are in an egg thing now. And I'm thankful. I'd rather than be eating eggs.
That's why we got to get chickens.
Yeah. Which we already told you we're doing it. And,
have to, dude, especially with this bullshit going on right now where you can't even get eggs. Yeah. It's like,
it's so ironic because I converted the chicken coop we had in our backyard as my office. Now I did that little chicken flip renovation thing, and hindsight, I probably still would have done it because I needed space at home that was mine because every other inch of space in the house is taken, which is fine. You know, it reminds me yesterday, I showed Finn, my oldest, he's a big gamer, Fortnite, you know, he's into all that stuff. And so he's into having a gaming setup. And if anybody's like, you watch a streamer on YouTube, they have like super sick desks with computers and LED lights and all the things, which is cool. I'm into it. So I saw this guy posted a video of his setup and I showed it to Finn when he got home, just because I knew he was going to be stoked about it. He's like, Dad, I was actually thinking, what if we turn the den into my gaming room? And he was dead ass serious. And Sarah and I both look at him like, are you for real? And then he proceeded to get annoyed that I said no.
Really?
He's like, no, you're not even listening to me. Like, it's such a good idea. We don't even use that room now because the TV's in the living room.
Oh, is it?
Because we moved it into the living room for the holidays because we like to sit in there and have a fire and sit on the couch and watch a movie together. But he said, we don't even use it anymore. It could totally be like my gaming room and da-da-da. I was like, if we're doing anything, the den is becoming my gym, and I'm taking it back for my workshop because I have just the front of the garage now, a little, 13x6 area that all my stuff's in. But it was funny. He was just, no, I think that'd be good for me. I'm like, well, that's not happening.
We're under attack here.
Because episode 12, bro, I'm getting cocky. I think I can come in here and set this up and not have any issues, but I forgot to free up space on one of the phones, and Louie uses it to get ready with me videos that will never see the light of day because she's too pretty.
The data is just shot.
Yeah, so the phone is just full.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
speaking of Finn though.
Finn has this conversation about the gaming setup, gets pissed off not pissed off. He was just shocked that I didn't want to give him a 500 square foot room to play video games in. But he asked me, I went into their room to tuck him in, and he's like, Dad, which of these pizzas has the highest foldability score? Foldability. And
I'm curious as why that, why did he go with that question?
I don't know, but he did. And he said he gave me Costco, Domino's, and Little Caesars as options, which I thought was interesting. Because
those are the three pizzas he knows.
Well, he got hooked up because he went to a worship night last night at the Stirring with the high school group, and they had Domino's.
Nice.
Like boxes and boxes of Domino's, but
that's his favorite.
This entitled little a-hole was pissed because they didn't have any ranch, which that's probably your fault. Anyway, so he says, which one has the best foldability score? And I said Costco. And he's like, no, Costco's too long and floppy. And he starts giggling, and I was like, "What are you giggling about? That was my nickname in high school." And it was just so funny because I didn't crack a smile or anything when he said long and floppy, but then he starts giggling, and he's the one that said it.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh God, you're so 13." But
that is pretty
foldability
hilarious.
score: Caesars, Domino's, Costco.
Well, I don't even understand a foldability.
Which
score.
one folds the best?
Yeah, no, I get it, but why would that ever be even a thought? I just feel like you would score the pizza. But my initial thought on Costco was that one. The fact that you thought that, Costco's too like heavy. I feel like
too heavy.
Yeah, it's just like a thick, floppy, heavy piece. Like one of those ones you got to grab at the base. So it's I don't think Costco can work. It's
I like Costco pizza.
You need the two plates to even hold it. It doesn't even fit on the one plate.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think you can fold Little Caesars because it's made of cardboard.
Yeah, those pizzas, Domino's, you fold like a New York slice.
That's what I'm saying.
Those you don't fold. You just pick up.
Costco, you can fold like a New York slice because it's wide. It's long, but it's also it's got girth.
No, see, the thing
Where's
with Costco that you do is you just freaking cut that thing in half and make it 2 pieces. And then you don't have to fold it.
No,
But
Costco gives you for $3.99. You get 2 slices of Costco pizza. It was actually 4 slices for a normal human being.
that's what's up.
But
You guys know all about that.
bro, Costco $1.99 for a hot dog and a drink.
Yeah. That's the move.
Feed my kids on a whole pizza from Costco for $11.
Yeah, we did that recently we went to we never ever go to the food court just because my kids are little and stuff.
Yeah.
But probably like a month ago, I let Sunday get a slice of pizza and a chocolate chip cookie.
Bro,
and
those
it was
cookies
like,
crush.
yeah, I didn't have one and I'm pissed. I need to try it. Because after we sent the
We went and
text,
got
we
it.
sent a text to you guys showing Sunday eating it. And then you guys were going to Costco. So you tried the cookie. And Sarah said it was,
because they serve
good.
them warm.
oh yeah.
And we went to Evergreen and got coffee, and I didn't drink my coffee because I saved it to have with the cookie.
Oh, a warm chocolate chip cookie.
But then I
Is there
also ate a
anything
hot
better?
dog while I was there.
Speaking of warm chocolate chip cookies, my sister Becca, our sister Becca, is on dessert for the Super Bowl, and I requested cookies and or brownies. So
Was it and or was it and?
no, I think it's and. I'm gonna reiterate that, and so she can hear this too.
Yeah,
I want
because
both.
I'm gonna need to be an and.
I want both.
Yes.
And I don't want them to be bad, and they better not be gluten free. I said to
How are they not going to be? They're both gluten free.
That's the problem. So this is what I said to Sip. I was like, wait, I didn't clarify in there that these better not be gluten free to Beck. And she goes, I think she knows who her brother is and that she wouldn't do that. And then we were both like, but she's gluten free. Her husband's gluten free right now. Like maybe she would just make them all. So Beck, if you're making these cookies and brownies and you want gluten free, that's going to have to be a separate thing. Okay. Because I'm not sacrificing this deliciousness for gluten free.
Yeah.
And also, I think we all know you're a good baker. That's why I put you on this. I need brown butter chocolate chip cookies with salt.
I feel as though you're going to need to send a text to
Hey,
clarify
I'm
your
going
request.
to. This will come out on Friday, so you'll see this before the Super Bowl. So make sure they're dank.
Yeah.
I'll make sure we have a glass of milk for you at the house. With those, woo, after a few brewskis and some nachos, top it off with a glass of milk and a warm chocolate chip cookie and brownie. Oh,
I'm on
talk about a Sunday night.
day 3 of another fast. So
Are you?
yeah.
Dude, I'm on day 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
dude. That's what's up.
I didn't know that you were doing one. Yeah.
Just till tomorrow. Well, no, we have breakfast tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Sarah's doing it too.
I'm on till tomorrow night.
Nice.
Are you trying to do it each month?
Yeah, we're doing not the actual first 3 days of the month.
Like
It's
a
just
Monday
happened
or
to be,
something? Or
yeah, we're going to do the beginning of every month, do 3 days.
nice.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Sarah did when I did my 7-day fast at the beginning of the year. Sarah was like, I think I'm going to do the last 3 days with you.
And she
I was-
really liked it.
And she loved it.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
good.
Sip's jealous. She's not ever been able to because she hasn't not been breastfeeding since she started, essentially.
Yeah.
So she's like, once I stop breastfeeding, I want to try one because she's never
Nice.
done one. But yeah, I'm doing one right now, and actually, it's fairly tough.
Really?
Yeah, this one's been a little harder than
Because you've still been running and working out.
Well, so I didn't work out. Yes, so I started Monday night. I was going to start Sunday night.
Okay. Not
But-
eat dinner Sunday night.
No, like eat dinner and then be
So Monday morning you wouldn't eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Sip's mom was here, Jack, and I was like, I'm not going to be
Okay.
that guy.
You're
Like,
doing
hey, I'm
Tuesday,
not
Wednesday,
eating.
eat
Yeah.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Sick.
So I ate dinner on Monday night, but I just like kept Monday all like animal based, just like
Yeah.
clean. So that's the key, dude. That's another
Go
thing
into
is
it clean.
yeah, if you go into it like the day before you ate
Right.
like shit,
Yeah.
that when you wake up and you're just starving
Yep.
and then you're doing a fast, like
Yep.
not good. So that wasn't it, but Charlie's been having like a difficult time sleeping. I don't know what the heck is going on. He slept in our bed last night and it was insane.
Weird.
2 nights before I went in there probably 5 times
Dang.
and I was so pissed. that my alarm went off at 6. I'm like, nope, not doing
Yeah.
it. It was raining. I
Right.
literally was up 5 times in the night. I'm like,
Go
nah.
back to bed.
And so I turned it off, and then I just was like, well, I'm not working out today.
Yeah.
So I didn't work out yesterday. I got up and worked out today. I didn't run. I went to the gym.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. If it's like a mental thing right now, but I'm like pretty dang hungry and like kind of it's not really even hungry. It's like feeling the effects, like feeling, but I do think that usually that kind of happens at first. And that's what like is gnarly about the 7 days. Cause after 2.5 days, maybe 48 hours, 56 hours, like in that range, it starts to like not get easier, but you kind of get out of that. And then you're just like kind of flowing.
Yep.
And then it gets hard maybe right at the end again. But right now I'm hurting a little bit, just like energy wise.
Yeah, I feel it the most because I've said this before on the podcast. I'm a nighttime eater. Like that's when my appetite turns on for everything. But that's when I'm fasting, like during the day, if I have stuff to do, I don't even think about it.
Yeah, that's
which is bad because we talked about before with nutrition. It's like I don't eat enough normally unless I'm like purposing myself, get up, have breakfast, make a shake. If I'm not thinking about it, if I'm busy doing stuff, I won't eat. But then I'll have dinner, and then 8 o'clock, I'm like still hungry because I haven't had enough calories. I worked out, I ran, I did whatever, but I'm hungry. But during the day when I'm fasting, it's not a problem. But at night, I start to feel it. It's just like that boredom sets in, and I'm a boredom eater for sure. Like you don't, because you're a freak and have way more self-control than I do. But that's when I'm like, damn.
No, where I feel it a lot, where you're talking about like that type of snacking or wanting to eat like that, I usually get like that or like right before dinner.
Okay.
So it's like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's when I want to just like snack. I'm like, where are the crackers and cheese and chips and salsa, like something like peanut butter pretzels.
Right.
Like, let me just like start the meal now. Let's just like, this is the appetizer. I started to eat. By the time it's 6 o'clock, dinner is like ready. And then that's when I always find, like, if I don't have, like, for some reason, if I skipped lunch or like I didn't have enough to eat for lunch, that 4 or 5 o'clock window comes, and I'm just like opening up the cabinet, eating whatever I can. And then I'm like, not full, but like, I'm like, I shouldn't have done that before dinner.
Right.
Then I eat dinner and I'm just like,
right,
I'm a piece of shit.
It was funny yesterday. Yesterday was day 2, and I was just like, I just fasted. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
My mental, I was so stressed out yesterday. There's a bunch of stuff going on, but we came to dinner time and the big kids went to a worship night. So they ate dinner there, and we just did leftovers for the little kids. And we had made meatballs and orange pasta with those really nice, like, is it pompadella or parpadella noodles? They're like the long rectangular, whatever noodles, but it's super dank. We had that left over, and I was like, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to fucking eat this.
Yeah.
Cause I was just like, I don't want to do this. I need to eat. And Sarah, my
better half,
perfect wife, is just, she as she's walking out the door, she's like, don't eat those leftovers. And I was like, I'm not going to. She's like, but if you're going to make me be like she said something about like, I'll stand alone or something. Like if you want to bitch out. And I was like, but then as she texted me when she's driving the kids to youth group, and she's like,
I just ate some Domino's.
no. She says, don't eat those leftovers. You were made for more than scraps.
Whoa. Okay.
I was like, damn, sis, like, shit.
That's gnarly.
And it was one of those things. And it was like, with everything that was going on yesterday, I like left to go for a run, and it was raining and I was cold, and it was miserable.
Yeah.
And I ran the river trail, and it was flooded where there were that little bridges. So I had to go around.
Yep.
But as I turn around, the sun comes out, double rainbow, like crazy.
How gnarly was the sky yesterday?
It was insane. And that was like,
got these videos of the sky. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, it was crazy. And so I was just super
God's
like,
glory just
overwhelmed
freaking
by all of
shining
that.
down.
And this was right
Start
after.
bawling,
Yeah,
then cry.
totally. Sarah had gone on a walk, and as she was coming back from her walk, she was like, "Oh, I should have spent this walk like praying about our finances and da 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 da."
Yeah.
And then that's all she says. And then she looks down on the ground, and there's $100 bill.
Dude, let's go.
And so all of that. So then I had been thinking about all of those things and went on my run, and it was raining and miserable, but then it wasn't miserable. The sun came out.
Yeah.
And then Sarah drops this bomb on me at night, like, "Oh, hey, by the way, you were made for more than scraps."
Dude, that's heavy. That's actually
But
like,
it was, and I've said this so many times before. She like sees me in a way that I think other people do. You maybe be to an extent do just because we're as close as we are,
Yeah.
but she, I don't know.
yeah.
And I don't think she even knew how impactful it was going to be when
Yeah.
she said it, but it was just like, it cut
Dude, that
me, not
impacts
cut me, but it
me,
was,
and she wasn't even talking to me.
Yeah.
That's so
but it's
good.
even, you think about like, obviously logistically, or like, yeah, I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat what's here in
Yeah.
front of me, which is literally eating 2-day-old pasta over the sink like a rat
Yeah.
because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, like
Yeah.
you can have, when we break our fast Thursday morning, you'll have like an actual meal, like
Yeah.
sustenance, eggs, hamburger patty, bacon,
Yeah.
maybe a pancake, you
Yeah.
know, like, I don't know. I haven't really even fully processed it, but it was just such a huge thing for her to be. No, you
It's
don't.
so good when like,
Yeah.
and being in our position and being happily married and just being so close with our wives and getting those like times, like last night we were going to bed and I texted Sip probably a month, or no, not a month, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that, about I'd been getting pretty hard on Charlie because he's been, as you know, hitting and biting.
He's training, bro.
And it was just getting me like stressed, like,
Yeah.
dude, what is this kid doing? Why
Right.
is he doing this? And so I had been, and he's just barely 2, turned 2 and he's 2 in 3 months or something. And so I had been being pretty hard on him when he would do it and punishing him. And after the last time I did, I felt like pretty guilty about it. I'm like, I don't think he understands what is happening.
Mhm.
He's so like innocent and he's just like crying. And I'm like, this is not the relationship that I want with my son.
Yeah.
So I texted Sip and I was just like, I'm done like reacting that way. I'm going to be patient with him and I'm going to teach him in these moments, like how he should be reacting and how to handle his emotions and not take it out with anger. And so I haven't reacted the way that I was previously. And especially with him sleeping the way that he
It's
has been,
testing
I
you.
was just getting so fed up.
Yeah.
And we were going to bed last night and she just like kind of not thanked me, but like said she noticed how much more calm and patient I've been with him and that she like really like respected that and is like proud to be married to me and stuff. And it's just like in those moments, to have that person, to have your wife see that in you when you're struggling to see it in yourself is,
For sure.
It's just like so life-giving.
Oh, dude, it's
everything.
I mean, it is. There's no,
Yeah.
it's
And like you said, like we obviously have a very close connection, but there's nothing that compares to,
no,
the connection that a husband and wife have.
Totally.
And then once you add in like parenting and raising kids together and you just see each other in like a different light and
right.
to get those moments of kind of clarity from your spouse is something that I think both of us are like we're having it happen to us and we're I guess the word I'm looking for is we're just like not taking it for granted,
No.
realizing how special and
Yeah.
unique that it is.
Well, it's just, and not that like either of us struggle with like thoughts of infidelity or anything like that, or that's ever
Yeah.
even been a struggle for either of us. But it's just one of those things is when you hear about, and you hear about all the time, like even in our like circle of people we know, husbands like cheating on their wives or wives cheating on their husband. And I'm just like, there's no way that it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Definitely not.
there's no way that like stepping out on your spouse and breaking that trust and losing that thing that you have with
Yeah.
this person. And obviously people get back together and relationships are restored, and that's all great. Like husbands forgive wives and wives forgive husbands, and that's cool, but still like, dude, you're a piece of shit.
Do you want to keep this part in?
Yeah,
Okay.
I absolutely do.
I don't know if anyone's going to hear this that maybe.
I hope they do.
Yeah. All right.
But
No,
no,
yeah.
I think, look,
Also,
don't throw
you-
stones in glass houses. Like everybody has their shortfalls, shortcomings. I have a
No.
laundry list of things that,
For sure. It's,
but I just, for me, it's when I don't ever think like I should cheat on my wife. That's not a thought that I have.
no.
But
Yes.
it's one of those things is the first thing you think about is like, you're not going to be with your kids.
Yeah.
You're not going to be with this person who is your best friend and you literally your person.
Yeah.
Those two things alone, it's like, it's not worth it.
Yeah. No, it's definitely not worth it.
And I don't know. It's not that I'm a better person than someone that has fallen into that. It's just an interesting thing when you think about the weight of the relationship that you have and how much it means and all of the,
Yeah, dude. It's the kids, having the kids involved and stuff, and being a dad too.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much more that goes into it. It's nothing like sex is the last
Yeah.
of my concerns in
No.
terms of like the repercussions of
Oh,
what
for
would
sure.
come with that.
Cat Williams said to Theo Vaughn when Cat Williams was on Theo's podcast this last week or whenever it was, he said, Cat asked Theo if he had kids and Theo said no, but Theo always says he wants to have
them,
kids,
yeah.
which is super sad. He's
Yeah.
like, I would like to have a couple kids someday and
And
have
dude,
get a
he's
wife.
like pretty old. I
Yeah.
think he's like 45.
Yeah. So Kat's like, do you have any kids? And Theo's like, no, I don't. And Kat's like, well, as soon as you have one kid, you're never going to struggle with drug use ever again. Because Theo's obviously
Yeah.
recovering. And Theo's like, what do you mean? And Kat just very straight up, simply, is just like, you can't do both.
Dang.
Like you can't have a kid and do drugs. Because the minute that kid comes into the world, you know that anything you would do to jeopardize that relationship's not worth it.
Crazy.
Just, yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Cat Williams is just, he's on one. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Dang, we covered an array of topics.
yeah, even with
today.
all the gaps, we've got a good episode. So I think I'm still trying to lock down a guest. I just can't get anybody to text me back, just like I can't get any to respond to me on Instagram. So maybe my new hat will encourage you to help us out, because we're trying and we can have conversations like
No,
this.
we can
all
do
the
it.
time.
Well,
we don't.
Well, what did we have? We had Evan on in January, so we need a guest in February, and we just
Trying.
started February, so we're chilling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, happy birthday, Pop.
Damn, I wanted to lead with that. Oh, my bad, Pops. 65 today.
65 today. Yep. You'll see this on
Kevin
Friday.
Parker, the legend. Better hair than anyone you know.
Yep.
Amazing father, and to obviously to me and to Jeremy
Yep.
and to Felipe and Becca and Sarah and Sip and all the grandkids. Somebody that we both admire and look up to. We love you.
Yeah.
Appreciate all that you do for us. And 65 years old.
65 years young.
Yeah. Killing it. Still killing it.
Yeah.
Just getting started, actually.
Got all the riz.
Yeah, he's the best. So we love you, Pop. February 5th, special day.
Wrap up the episode with a birthday shout out to Pop, and we'll catch everybody next week.
Catch you next week after the hopefully the Eagles win the Super Bowl
Yeah.
and don't allow Patrick Mahomes to get this three-peat. But catch you next week, guys.
Bye,
See you
everybody.
later.